There's a wild theory going around that Joy might be the villain in Inside Out 2.
I'm sorry. Riley needs to be happy.
Curious to find out how and why? Stick around to get the full scoop. Amy Poehler's character Joy is going to play a key role in the sequel of Inside Out, which will be released in theaters on June 14, 2024. The 2015 movie was a global hit, with children and adults all over the world relating to the young Riley Anderson. In the first film, Riley had to move from San Francisco, leaving her friends behind and starting a life in a new place. Joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust played major roles in her journey as they taught her several important lessons. But Joy was a true protagonist in the film, and she tried her best to help Riley adapt to her new life. Joy is a fan favorite character, that's for sure, and Amy Poehler is returning to reprise her role in the new movie. By the way, Bill Hader and Mindy Kaling are not reprising their roles in the sequel. But why are so many people turning against Joy? Why is she no longer considered a positive character in the franchise? Who exactly is Joy in Inside Out? Well, as mentioned before, Joy was first introduced in the first installment. She was the lead character in Riley Anderson's mind. She really tried to make Riley's life as easy as possible, but that job is not effortless because of fear, disgust, anger, and sadness. While these characters worry too much, Joy is always there to help them think more positively. Poehler's performance in the first film was great, but she is no longer the lead emotion because the sequel will be led by the new character, Anxiety. There are a lot of people who really don't like Joy, claiming she was overprotective of Riley and didn't let her experience the bad but necessary emotions in life. Like Riley, Joy also had to accept the fact that sadness is a key emotion. That's actually the point of Inside Out. In one scene, Joy looks through Riley's old memories, sees her crying in the classroom, which is a core memory. She then feels guilty because of Riley's own issues. Riley being sad is not Joy's fault. I just wanted Riley to be happy, she says in this scene. At the end of the first film, Joy and Riley both realize that sadness, anger, and basically every emotion needs to be accepted. As for Joy's role in the second installment, well, she's definitely going to lose her mind with anxiety and the rest of the new additions, or emotions I should say, in Inside Out 2. This only makes people wonder how she'll react when she meets Anxiety. The two characters will have an interesting interaction. Luckily, Pixar released new plot details for the sequel, and based on those details, we already know what will happen to Joy in the much anticipated continuation. These new details have teased with a new image of Joy. Just a reminder, the sequel will follow Riley as she goes through puberty. The emotions that were in the first installment, joy, anger, fear, disgust, and sadness, will also be in Inside Out 2. But the sequel also introduces new emotions including anxiety, embarrassment, envy, and ennui. Those said emotions are voiced by Maya Hawke, Paul Walter Hauser, Ayo Adebri, and Adele Exarchopoulos respectively. Per a report by Empire, the new belief system in Inside Out 2 is teased by a new image of Joy. Here's the image. Empire also reports that Inside Out 2 writer Dave Holstein said there is an emotional hit that this movie could give that the last movie could not.
Joy! It's too dangerous. We won't make it in time.
Director Kelsey Mann explained that Riley is developing her own set of beliefs in the sequel. This new belief system is very important story-wise. But how could Joy be the villain of the film? She can't possibly hurt Riley, can she? It's not really about hurting Riley. It's more about Joy letting Riley go through puberty without making a mess. Teenagers feel a lot of things, and that's a good thing. However, fans already know that Joy will have a big problem with the other emotions, especially the new additions, and mostly anxiety. Most of the emotions in the sequel are negative emotions, and since Joy is the one trying to make Riley happy, she'll have the most difficult time. People who've experienced anxiety in their lives know that this is an emotion that does not easily go away. Joy would likely want to remove anxiety from Riley's mind, and that's when chaos will occur. Loving the theory so far? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Keep watching to uncover all the surprising details about Joy's potential villainous turn. Some people believe that Joy might be the real villain in Inside Out 2 due to her behavior and the things she did in the first film. Her behavior was, according to some fans, problematic. One of the main reasons why we believe she'll be the villain in the continuation is her overly dominant influence. As mentioned before, the original Inside Out features joy as an emotion that wants to dominate the control center of Riley's mind. She puts the rest of the emotions on the side, particularly sadness. The fact that she sees herself as a leader is quite unhealthy because she basically ignores the importance of the other emotions. I'm not saying she should let sadness be the leader, not at all, but she should definitely accept a balanced involvement. And because of her dismissal of sadness, fans make theories suggesting she will be the real villain in Inside Out 2. Throughout much of the first film, Joy always undermines and tries to suppress sadness. She believes that Riley should only feel happiness, nothing else. Feeling sad is essential for emotional growth and health. But Joy realizes this at the end of the first film. Yes, I know, she doesn't want to hurt Riley, but her well-meaning led to terrible consequences. Her misguided attempts to keep Riley perpetually happy were not a good thing. She was basically forcing the little girl to be happy at all costs, and because of this, Riley felt emotional turmoil and confusion. This all leads to the scene where Riley runs away. This makes us wonder, will Joy continue to prioritize happiness above all else? If she does, she might overcorrect in a way that could lead, again, to a negative consequence. In the sequel, this could happen as Joy tries even harder to suppress anxiety. And yes, sometimes Joy can be the villain in our lives. It would be interesting to see her becoming an antagonist in the sequel. This way, the creators could also give her great character development. Furthermore, making Joy the antagonist would add depth and complexity to the story. It's always fun to see a protagonist turning into an antagonist, right? But who knows? Maybe Joy's learned her lesson. Maybe she'll now accept the changes in Riley's life and emotions, particularly the growing role of sadness and the new character anxiety. If her resistance continues into the sequel, Riley's life will be way more complicated than in the first film. We already know that Joy won't be accepting of anxiety and the rest of the new emotions, but the scenes we saw in the trailer are likely scenes from the beginning of the film. As Riley enters the new stages of her life, such as adolescence, she will experience a wider and more complex range of emotions. Some fan-made-up theories even suggest there will be a fifth emotion in the sequel, one we haven't met yet. Either way, Joy's endeavors to keep the status quo and support Riley will play a major role in Riley's emotional and development and ability to cope with life's challenges. Do you think she was and will be the villain in the movies? What do you think of the new additions? Do you believe Joy will be able to remove anxiety from Riley's life? What about the rest of the emotions? How do you think they'll interact with Joy? And of course, do you believe Inside Out should go beyond its second installment? Let us know. And as always, thanks for watching. Share your thoughts in the comments below and stay tuned for more Inside Out updates. See ya!